And welcome everybody into playoff week 1 edition of Tiger Talk. Stewart Shelby joined by Neville head football coach Jeff Tannehill. And Coach had a week off last week, got another week off this week. So we're going to get into that here in a couple of minutes. But I don't know, what you've been doing, catching up on fishing? Or?
No, I hadn't gotten to do that very much. But, we've just had a great practice last week. I mean, we had a lot of one-on-ones, two-on-twos, and a lot of situational stuff. I thought we had a great week of practice. We've had two really good, actually three days counting our workout on Tuesday. Just really two really good weeks of practice. With the kids, you can tell they're ready to beat on somebody else besides us. And, we're just trying to make sure we dot all our I's and cross all our T's before we get in this first playoff game.
Well, the playoffs are starting. They start this Friday. It's a different playoff format than we've had in the past. I mean, we've seen really, and especially on the public side of things, over the past few years, and we're going to get into that. But first, we'd like to thank our good friends at Sleepy Hollow Furniture for the set. They've donated the set for.
We're gonna move this right over to 2303 Pinehurst at the end of the season.
That's right. And you can go check in with Joe Tiffany there on the corner of 9th and Louisville. And not only indoor, outdoor, they've got you covered. Some nice fire pits as some winter weather coming our way over this weekend. So we thank them. But well, Coach, let's talk about it. We this bracket, what they did. And I'm going to try to explain it. You can correct me if I'm wrong. But the second week of the season, LHSAA came down and said, all right, we're going to put everybody in 8 divisions, 4 select, 4 non-select, the Tigers being non-select. Non-select meaning public schools, you have zones, there's no open enrollment, no charter schools, no private schools, and that was the deal. And they took then, based on enrollment, the top 20 or in 25% increments. So, they split them into fourths, and wherever it landed, that's where you were. And the Tigers landed in that top enrollment bracket of Division I non-select. So, if you're trying to be proper, that's what you call this bracket that we're in. It's not 5A, it's not 4A. It's like why are schools in the 4A bracket? 4A schools playing in the 5A bracket, well, it's because there's not a 5A bracket anymore.
Correct. It's a division.
It's Division I non-select.
And the basis on changing the verbiage in our Constitution of the LHSAA has to do with divisions are defined a little differently than classes. So what they did away with was classes, and they put us all in divisions, which allowed them to move enrollment of 4A up to 5A, and some 3A down to 2A, some 3A up to 4A. So with those rules in place, with those divisions, it allowed them to do that. It just happened to cut off at Westgate, who is a really strong football team.
Yes, it
in 4A football.
Well, and the divisions, if you're talking about divisions, this is what soccer, golf, tennis has all been in divisions. Everybody's been together, volleyball, these types of sports, but they moved it into the mainstream sports. That doesn't just affect football; it affects baseball, softball as well, track. So it's going to be an interesting deal of how this plays out. I'm sure the LHSAA's got a lot to discuss starting in January, the January meetings, but that's where we got it. The other big change, it went from a 32-team bracket in the public side to 28-team brackets all the way through. One of the goals of this change was to create, create a little bit more parity, equality. Throughout the bracket. And what that gave is on the public side, the non-select side, 4 teams get a bye, and then out of the 28. So you have a 24-team bracket, you catch up on the byes, and then you're playing another 16-team bracket to the Superdome. And
that's, while we have a 2-week break, we finished in that top 4. We finished at number 2, and we had week 10 off. Now we have week 11, first round of the playoffs off, and then we'll get to play the second round at home.
Guaranteed.
Guaranteed at home.
That's right. So our first playoff game will be next Friday at home at Bill Ruppel Stadium against the winner of East Ascension and West Washita, who we'll discuss later on in the broadcast. But the select side, there's 24 teams, so there was 8 byes, and then it works the same way from the second round on.
Right.
So There you go. All right. All the games will be in the Superdome if you're able to advance that far. So the championship games will all be there, I believe, starting on Thursday, Friday, Saturday slate in the New Orleans Superdome. So that's the next round of goals. The Tigers came out district champs a couple of weeks ago. Go ahead and started that one. And I'm sure there's more goals to go as we move forward in the playoffs.
A lot more football to be played.
And we're looking forward to that. All right, so talking about these brackets, let's go through this Division I non-select bracket. And that's one you see that on your screen now.
Well, obviously Ruston deserves the number 1 seed with the schedule they played, and we've played them. We know they're a really fine football team, and Coach Ball has done a tremendous job over there getting them ready, and they've earned the number 1 spot for sure.
Yeah, the top 4 seeds: Ruston, number 1, Neville, number 2. Your number 3 seed is Destrehan, which is an undefeated team from the New Orleans area. Good football team. And then the 4 seed is a surprise team that a lot of people, the Southside Sharks out of the Lafayette area.
Yeah.
And we're going to go through each one. Let's start with, what do you got, Will, the Ruston bracket?
Yes.
Okay. Let's look into there. So you see that right there, Ruston with the bye. They're facing the winner of Hahnville and Washita Parish, which will be a 16-17 matchup.
Right. Well, I'll say this. Hahnville's always been a traditional power in 5A. They've always had great athletes, and they've gone through quite a few coaches here in the last couple of years, but they've always had a fine football team. We obviously know Washita very well, playing them week 2. We know they're a very good football team also, so that should be one heck of a ball game down at Hahnville.
At Hahnville. Yeah, Hahnville's
which is New Orleans area.
That's right. It's a long road trip for the Lions. They've been down there. They've already been to New Orleans area once this year. They've played a tough schedule as well. The other side of that bracket, you have the number 9 seed Denham Springs is playing the number 24 seed Covington. That's kind of a Baton Rouge North Shore matchup.
Not too far from each other.
And then Benton is going to host Ponchatoula. Benton's the 8 seed, 25 for Ponchatoula. They got to pretty much crisscross the state to get up there. Yeah. That kind of tallies out your Ruston bracket. So,
Well, I'll say this. Denham Springs is a much improved football team. Coach Beard there has been there about 3 years now. He's really done a great job improving that team. They actually beat East Ascension in a close ball game earlier in about week 7 or 8. Yeah. And then Benton that's the team, Will, right, that's been putting up the points.
Yes. Yeah, they
70-plus points 3 or 4 times.
3 or 4 times this year.
Yeah, and Ponchatoula was in the semifinals or state championship last year.
Exactly.
So that ought to be a good football game.
All right, moving on from the Ruston bracket, we come to
the Southside
bracket. This is the bottom half of the top half of the bracket here. So you see there, Southside with the bye at the 4 seed there on the bottom end. And this is going to take you through the quarterfinals on this figure. So Salmon is going to have to travel to North Shore. It's not that big of a drive. It's not very far away, but North Shore being the 13 seed, Salmon the 20 seed. Yeah. Then you got the Rebels.
Salmon's one of those 4A teams that got bumped up.
That's right. So the Rebels are at the 12 seed. They're going to host Chalmette, which is a nice trek from Chalmette.
I think that's the third time they've played each other in the last 3 years in the playoffs.
Oh, wow.
Didn't Chalmette upset West Monroe?
No, they're 0-3, but they almost did.
Okay, that's right.
At Rebel Stadium.
Last time they played. Yeah, they had a.
I think they went to overtime, maybe.
Yeah,
something like that.
And West Monroe scored in the last play of the game to tie that game up too.
Exactly.
Ought to be another good one.
Chalmette coming up here, and then Zachary,
who dropped to 5 because of the Catholic loss.
Catholic beat them the last week of the year. They're going to host St. Amant, which is not a big.
They've played a couple times. Probably 20 minutes difference there.
Exactly. St. Amant in the Baton Rouge area. Zachary just north of Baton Rouge. So
I think they used to be in the same district.
Yeah. I think they were
last year or this year.
I think they moved out of that district this year. So there's a potential 5-12 matchup right there. You've got Zachary and West Monroe.
Who's played the last 3 years in a row.
Exactly. Yeah, so, I mean, that's one of those. So a good bracket you're looking there. Southside will host the winner of North Shore and Salmon. So, all right, moving on.
Go to Destrehan.
We go to the Destrehan side of the bracket. That would be the top half of the bottom half of the bracket, if you will. You'll allow me to that. These are the teams that would potentially meet up with Neville if everybody wins on down the line. Right. Destrehan up there in the 3 seed. They have a bye. Then they're waiting on the winner of Dutchtown, who's the 14 seed, as they host Parkway, another little upstart, not say upstart program, but a program that's had some success over there from the Shreveport area.
Dutchtown beat EA the other night for the district championship, 30-27 in overtime the other night. So another fine football team right there at Dutchtown in that same kind of district area as Zachary and East Ascension.
And then below them in the 11 seed, East St. John host Walker. East St. John was undefeated going into the Destrehan game, and then Destrehan put it on them pretty good. And then Will Anders did call the
I think they lost to Holy Cross.
Holy Cross there.
We'll make sure we get that out there.
So I believe they're 8-2 on the year, but a good football team.
A good football team. Historically also a good football team.
Yeah. And then they're paired up with the winner of Airline, who's the 6th seed, and Houghton, the 27 seed. And Airline winning that 1-5A district over there in Shreveport.
This is a district rematch, I believe, and Airline has also been scoring a lot of points too.
Both have scored a lot of points.
Yeah.
Yeah, they've both been pulling up. Not
most
much defense.
Most of the
over
teams
there
in the district has scored points.
Yeah, there's a lot of points. They might be getting close to a record.
Yeah.
All right.
Airline did that. They defeated Houghton in the regular season.
Yes. I think Airline is undefeated in the district.
They were.
So,
I think they beat Bird. That was a big game there. So yeah, Airline ran the table, I believe, in that district. All right. Now here's what we call the Neville bracket. As you see the Tigers down there with the number 2 seed and a bye. They're waiting on the winner of East Ascension and West Ouachita. East Ascension, the 15 seed, down there in the Baton Rouge area. West Ouachita, a surprising winner, or at least it surprised me, over Ash last Friday night. And that actually bumped them up into the 8 team. Well, all of our projections had Ouachita kind of being in that deal, and that
Will
win
did not pick that upset.
I did not.
But anyway, West Ouachita is a much improved team. They've gotten better and better each week. Really fine tailback over there at West Ouachita, and then they've got a pretty big offensive line. They go hand in hand there on the rushing attack. But East Ascension is probably the biggest team that if we play them, we'll see all year from what every coach has talked about. Said when they get off the bus, they're ginormous. So, they're a fine football team. Really, they run 2 quarterbacks, really athletic on defense. So
we're definitely and we're going to break both of those teams down for you in our last segment here tonight. Let's finish out this Neville bracket. On the top end, you see number 7 Slidell is hosting Hammond. That's right down the street. Yeah. Hammond and Slidell, not too big of a deal there. And then there's Westgate. Westgate, the defending 4A state champs, lost 3 games, but to 3 good teams this year. They're hosting Belle Chase there. Westgate, the 10 seed, Belle Chase, the 23 seed. And the potential matchup, if they were to win, if the way this works out, you look at this bracket, the buys, the top 4 seeds have a guaranteed game at home.
Right.
So we're at home next week. If Slidell wins, if it goes chalk and Westgate wins, Westgate goes to Slidell. If Westgate wins at Slidell, then and the Tigers win this next week, the quarterfinals would be at Westgate.
Yes.
So that's when it kind of goes back. The only game being that 2 seed that the Tigers would potentially have to have on the road would be in the quarterfinals.
Right.
Which would be that.
Yeah, the semis were guaranteed, and then with the bye, that guarantees you an automatic home game also.
So those are the brackets. Coach, any thoughts just overall?
For us, it's we're not looking past East Ouachita, East Ascension or West Ouachita, whoever it may be. But this bracket is, it's basically the top 4A teams that were left, and then the 5A teams that were already in it. So there's not a bad team in the bunch. Yeah. And it's a football game every Friday night. There's no weeks where you're gonna. When you go on the game, it's going to be 42-6 or something like that. So we're going to have to line up, play football, and be ready to go every Friday from here on out.
Well, it definitely brought the attention to those first couple of games for everybody, where gone are the days, or at least this year, gone are the days where those first couple are heavy favorites, where the Tigers might be favored a little, but it's not the same, where, in that 4A bracket it was get to the quarters, semis, or bust, and here it's going to be a tough match, and we'll talk about how you guys are dealing with that over the, these past couple of weeks off here coming up later on in the show. But we got to take a break. We got some other
good guests on tonight.
We got a lot of guests on here tonight. We've got the ladies from Tiger Talk, Sophia and BreElle, that have been bringing you Tiger Talk at halftime on every football game. We're going to talk to them about making that what they do in their speech and communication department, as well as the specialist. It's specialist night here, as Drew Jarrell and Chandler Pettis are going to join us in segment number 3. So stay tuned for that. But now we're going to take a break here on the network. So we appreciate everybody coming out here to Melvin's. We'll be back after this break.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
Call David's Mobile Detail and Power Wash for all your detailing and power washing needs and soft washing capabilities too. They detail cars, trucks, ATVs, UTVs, boats, and even planes. They offer commercial and residential hot water power washing on nearly all surfaces, including concrete, wood, and stucco. Give them a call, 547-3233, or visit them online at davidsmobiledetail.com or stop by 2501 Washington Street in Monroe. David's Mobile Detail and Wash, proud supporter of Neville Tiger football. Being a strong team means accomplishing great things by working together. Being a Neville Tiger means striving for excellence in all things. Origin Bank and Neville High School share a long history of making a difference in our community. Together with the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, we're able to provide meals to children, families, and seniors facing hunger in Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville Tiger football, always a winning combination. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
Hey Neville Tiger Nation, this season if you find yourself feeling a little under the weather, visit Go Family Health on North 18th Street. They cover flu shots, sports physicals, sick visits, annual visits, or if nothing is wrong, they can do your regular checkup. Go Family Health has a happy staff, clean office, and they can take care of all your family's health care needs.
This is Tiffany Terra with Go Family Health. We love our Neville Tigers, and we want to thank all of Neville Nation for always supporting Go Family Health.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizzas, 9, 12, or 14. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls. We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Winning is synonymous with Neville High School and Williams Orthodontics. Where the Neville Nation strives to finish strong on the field, court, or diamond, Dr. Kevin Williams and his staff share the same passion to deliver outstanding smiles to all patients in North Louisiana and South Arkansas. If you or anyone in your family are needing an orthodontic consultation, call the friendly staff at Williams Orthodontics to schedule an appointment so you too can be on the road to a winning smile. Williams Orthodontics says, "Go Tigers."
Here at Parker Alexander, we obtain justice for those who've been injured due to the negligence of others, whether that's in a car accident, a truck accident, wrongful death, we also make our community safer. We hold violators accountable.
All right, everybody, we're back here live from Melvin's Restaurant on Oliver Road here in Monroe, and we're joined by two young ladies in the Neville Speech and Communications program. We have BreElle Mitchell and Sophia Bonin. Girls, welcome to Tiger Talk.
I'm happy to be here.
Yeah, thank you for having us.
You might recognize these two. They produce and kind of star, I guess, if you will, in the Tiger Beat segments that they do. We put on every every I can't even
football
talk
game?
right now. The football games
Halftime.
at halftime. Yeah, there you go. At halftime of every football game, and they've been doing a great job going around the school and interviewing teachers and Coach Rankins and some students. So, y'all started the Tiger Beat a while back. They've been doing it for a while in the speech department, but ever since we brought in the network, we've thrown the video aspect. Tell me how y'all like producing all this stuff.
I think it was really cool because when I was invited my sophomore year to do it, it was on the radio. And then my junior year, they were like, well, we want you to do it on video with Madeline Hodge. And I was like, oh, this is scary. But, the second we put it together and made it one thing, it was like, this is so cool. And I just absolutely loved it. And I love doing it every year.
Sophia, now you're kind of new to Tiger Beat.
Yes, sir, I am. Bree is my debate captain and my president, and it's been such an honor to get to help continue this tradition, and I'm excited for my next few years when I get to take in my own intern.
So, Bree, you're a senior, and Sophia, sophomore?
Yes, sir.
That's right, sophomore. So, how do y'all choose who you interview? I've seen a few students. I've seen a few teachers. Is it just anybody that's available? So, hey, do you got time?
No, really. I mean, every Sunday before we record, I try to figure out who I want to do, the segments. The closer we got to playoffs, I was like, I want to switch from teachers to coaches. It just really just depends. And sometimes it is me just knocking on their door and be like, hey, can you interview real quick? And they're just like, oh, okay. But it's a lot of fun. And it's kind of hard to choose some days because it's just so much to interview with a little time. But I do enjoy interviewing the teachers and getting to know them from a different level.
Now, there's a little bit of interviewing, and then there's also some back-end stuff where there's some editing and things like that. How does that go? And I know, are y'all doing all of that, or do y'all have some help?
No, sir. We have Mr. Beard and I think we have maybe four techies right now. We have a certain role in the speech and debate team where they go through and they look at the videos and they pick the music and all the little transitions. And they make it nice.
It definitely has. It's improved, episode over episode from the last couple of years, and I saw some stop motion that's in there this time, and y'all, it looks like y'all got Rankin's roar. Now, Coach Rankins is always an interesting man to talk to. He's got a lot of stories in there. So how's that been corralling Coach?
Oh, I mean, I absolutely love it. I look forward to it every week. I'm on Thursday, 6th period, I get to record Coach Rankins, and he loves it too. And he told me one time, he was like, my friends told me they heard me on the radio. And I was like, yeah, that's where you are, Coach Rankins. You should listen. But he always has something great and just amazing to say. And I love being in his office and just getting to talk to him. It's a lot of fun.
So you're, I guess the speech year, I mean, just like football season, you'll have speech and debate, some tournaments and things that are coming up. I think you've already had one already, maybe, or no? Or
we had one, but some complications came up. But our first tournament starts tomorrow. We'll be
Yeah, we'll be in Alexandria, Bolton High School. It's
at
very
Bolton
exciting.
tomorrow.
Mm-hmm.
Well, good deal. So tell everybody what kind of goes on at one of these speech tournaments.
A lot goes on. A lot goes into it. I guess just like football, we have our rest day, so we always get there a day in advance. Mm-hmm. And on Fridays, that's when we start. We wake up around 5:30 in the morning. Don't get back to the hotel till about 11 at night. So it really just a test of endurance and your patience. But it gives you a lot of learning lessons, a lot of team bonding. I'm very grateful to Coach McCarty and everyone to be able to go on these tournaments in the first place and bring some trophies home. It's a lot of fun.
Well, y'all had a lot of success in the past. So I mean, I guess you've got debate or debate separate, or is that part of this tournament? You'd have a debate section. What other type of events, or is it all just debate?
Well, there's a couple different kinds of debate. There's like partner debates. There's individual. They're all set up different with different amounts of time and like preparation, I guess. Like sometimes we prep for a month for a case, and then sometimes you get in there and they'll be like, "Here's your case. Give us a speech now." And then do you want to talk more about the actors?
Oh, yeah, and then we do have our speech team that perform, like, humorous and, like, dramatic interpretations, and sometimes they do duo and duet where they perform together. It's a lot of fun to just see, like, the differences between speech and debate, like, come together for one competition. And it's a lot of fun, and it's a lot of work, but, like, it pays off in the end to be able to, like, say, I memorized this, I performed this, and hopefully I brought a trophy home.
So like at Bonin, how many different schools would be in there?
We looked at it's called Tab Room. There were about 8 different schools from around Louisiana, so it kind of gets intimidating. But just have to remember that everything's a learning experience. If you do your best, that's all you got.
Well, yeah. So you got 8 schools in this one, and then you've got a couple of more scheduled. I'm assuming. And then is there like a speech and debate championship, some way, shape, or form?
I'm sure there is. We usually don't like performing it because by the time we get to it, it's like time for finals and like end of the school year, and we're getting super busy. I would love to go, but there are for sure like nationals and stuff that I would just love to go to one day.
Well, so what brought y'all into maybe the speech program? What do y'all maybe I guess kind of got you the bug that bit you to get you moving in front of the camera or in debate?
I've always been a big actor, ever since I was little, and it's funny because when I first moved here, it was like really last minute to get signed up for school, and Kathy Rasco, she said, you can't miss 6th period, that's already taken, and Miss Shaw, who we miss so much, I miss Miss Shaw so much, but she was like, I'm going to put you in debate because I think you'd be good at it, but you can't do acting because you don't have time. And I was like, I don't know what this is, and BreElle and her partner Joel have really sparked like just this love for my team.
Okay, cool. How about you, Bree?
I was like arguing. I do like arguing, making an argument. It's a lot of fun for me. I've always loved debate. I would love to go to law school one day. So debate has really just been like such a foundation for me. Like she said, it like Miss Shaw like kind of put that spark in me of, hey, this would be perfect for you. And and when I first started, I was like, this is like terrifying. But then I became debate captain, and now I'm like Madam President. So it's just like looking back, because I'm a senior now. So like looking back, I'm like, I did that. Debate helped me and gave me so much that like I could just like never get back. It's just amazing.
Okay, I've got a question. Will and I, that's Will right there. Will is at the start of every Tiger Beat, y'all each introduce yourselves with some titles or something like that. So you got to tell us what that means.
Of course. You want to go first? You go first.
Like, are there levels?
I don't know how to explain it.
Yeah.
So there's 4 stars, and then when you get to 4-star, I'm 4-star best, so that's as high as you can get. You get that through the trophies you make, the dedication you show to the team. Like freshmen always start off with they call them rocks because they say new debaters are as dumb as a rock, so we call them rocks. And so as they go up, as they earn trophies, but it's not really just about trophies, it's about your dedication to the sport and like the team. You kind of go up and up and up until you get to 4 best. And usually when you get 4 best, you get a letterman that goes with this. So I got my letterman last year when I got 4 best, and it's like the highest honor, honestly, on the debate team. Like everyone's like going after it, and it kind of gets competitive, but
I'll be there.
Yeah, it gets competitive.
you want that letter jacket?
I'm making my way.
Yeah. So, Sophia, talk about you moved from Colorado, right?
Yes, sir.
And a couple of years ago, and now, Bree, you've been through Monroe system for the whole time. So look, I really want to ask you that it's a big change from Colorado to good old Funroe. So how's that transition been?
It's been great. We have a lot of family here. Love them to death. They've been wonderful support, and I was always like the one cousin who wasn't supposed to go to Neville, and it was always like so soul crushing. I would see all the Neville picture and be like, ugh, that's not my high school, but now it is, and it's just it's great to get to have all of like my little cousins who will go there and my older cousins, and Will's at LSU now, and we're all it's like
following him.
Long line. My dad went to Neville and my grandparents, so it's nice to get to be a part of that tradition now.
Yeah, well, I mean, it's great that y'all have moved back to town. And all right, so you're a senior. I'm not going to ask you. We're not going to put you on the spot just yet, okay? But senior, what are your future plans after Neville? Where are you going?
We were just talking about that.
We were. I would love to, fingers crossed, attend Tulane University and double major in political science and psychology or early childhood education with a minor in Spanish to become an educational lawyer. Yeah. I would love to defend the kids that just don't get, because I've learned so much and I'm so grateful for what school and education has given me. And it just breaks my heart for the children that just don't get that. And I would love to defend them and give them what they deserve.
So some family law.
Yeah.
Out of Tulane, out of there. Well,
hopefully
look, that's some lofty goals, and I truly hope you reach them.
Thank you so much.
That Tulane is always you got to stay straight down there in New Orleans, all right? But no, that's great. Now, it's way too early. I'll give you a shot. Are you that detailed?
No,
just
sir,
yet?
definitely not.
You're not going to.
It's been my dream since childhood to go into art and education, but those are, kind of low-paying jobs. But I love it so much that it's my goal.
It's not about the pay. It's about the passion sometimes,
No colleges in mind quite yet. I'll go to the stands if they're at school, but it's still a little early. We're starting to look, but nowhere quite yet.
Nowhere quite yet. Well, that's right. Sophomore year. You need to be enjoying your time. Well, I'm glad that you ladies joined us. Really appreciated talking with y'all and look forward to seeing y'all in the playoff edition of Tiger Beat. I want to know y'all had a couple of weeks, so you may knock our socks off with this next
we're ready.
Yes, y'all are ready for it? Y'all should
excited.
have some stuff in the can and we can do it. All right, everybody. Well, look, it's BreElle and Sophia, and we really thank them for showing up and joining us right here on Tiger Talk. So stay with us. We're going to take a break. When we come back, we will have Jarrell and Chandler Pettis, a couple of specialists from the football team. Stay tuned.
Call David's Mobile Detail and Power Wash for all your detailing and power washing needs and soft washing capabilities, too. They detail cars, trucks, ATVs, UTVs, boats, and even planes. They offer commercial and residential hot water power washing on nearly all surfaces, including concrete, wood, and stucco. Give them a call, 547-3233, or visit them online at davidsmobiledetail.com or stop by 2501 Washington Street in Monroe. David's Mobile Detail and Wash, proud supporter of Neville Tiger football.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
This is why I run.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Being a strong team means accomplishing great things by working together. Being a Neville Tiger means striving for excellence in all things. Origin Bank and Neville High School share a long history of making a difference in our community. Together with the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, we're able to provide meals to children, families, and seniors facing hunger in Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville Tiger football, always a winning combination. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
When Neville Nation craves delicious fast food, there's only one place that comes to mind: Sonic Drive-In on North 18th. Whether it's a breakfast toaster on your way to work or school, one of the many lunch combos, a mid-afternoon Route 44 cold drink, a pregame popcorn chicken, or a postgame Sonic Blast, the Sonic on North 18th Street has you covered. So drive through or park and wait for a friendly car hop today to find out why our Sonic is the Sonic on North 18th Street in Monroe. It's definitely Tiger approved.
Whether you're dining in or grabbing to go, at Nukes, we love to share great food, to delight with new flavors, to celebrate every bite. Join us at Nukes Eatery.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizza, 9, 12, or 14. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta noodles.
We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the Subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Here at Parker Alexander, we obtain justice for those who've been injured due to the negligence of others. Whether that's in a car accident, a truck accident, wrongful death, we also make our community safer. We hold violators accountable.
All right, welcome back, everybody, especially everybody listening to us on Sunny 98.3, and we are live at Melvyn's Restaurant here on Oliver Road in Monroe. Now we're joined by a couple of the specialists from the Neville football team here. We've got number 60, Jarrell, right there in the black, and the kicker, number 16, Chandler Pettis. Guys, welcome to Tiger Talk.
Thanks for having us.
Well, it's good. Hopefully y'all got enough to eat over there. We had all the seniors here this week. It's been a long couple of weeks, guys. No football on Fridays. What y'all been doing?
Yeah, it's definitely different. We kind of have to lay off the work, make sure we don't hurt ourselves, overwork our leg, for me at least.
Yeah. And, Drew, you've enjoyed having a couple Fridays?
I have.
and Drew, I got you had a big day today as you signed your national letter of intent with Mississippi Delta. So congratulations.
Thank you.
To Drew. It's come a long way as a ball player.
Yes, sir.
I've seen about every inch of it. And everybody's proud of you for that. So let's talk about that real quick. You had a good morning. You and Elle had signed their NLIs. Elle's going to ULM. You're going to Mississippi Delta. So talk about that little journey for you here.
It just kind of all started this summer. Got in contact with those coaches and then came and watched me a couple times, and I went down there, and it happened from there.
Well, you're the deep snapper for the Tigers, and you've been deep snapping for a couple of years. And there was a time where and then the baseball. I think Coach Guerrero said a little something about it earlier as you watching you progress from a freshman to where you are now, and it looks like baseball took over. I know that was your first love, isn't it?
Yes, sir.
Well, but deep snapping, that's a big deal for these guys because, not only are you the place kicker, you're the punter as well.
Sir.
So getting out there, are you nervous when he's snapping it to you, or are you who's more nervous?
I'm not going to lie, whenever because Drew wasn't there for a minute, he was focusing on baseball, and I was nervous then because I didn't know who we were going to have. But I was really glad when he came back because, I don't know, but every time Drew's out there, I know it's going to be a good snap. So
what else kind of both of you guys are seniors. So, the specialists are kind of like the relief pitchers in baseball. Y'all hang out down somewhere, and we're kicking a lot, and we're snapping a lot, and doing some – what kind of stuff goes down in the specialist end of the football practice field?
Yeah, usually we're just working the basics a lot because we can only get so many kicks per day. It's kind of like pitching. You don't want to throw out your arm. You don't want to kick out your leg. Mm-hmm. So it's really just a lot of the basic stuff.
Now, speaking of the stuff that you come up with at the end of the practice field, you had a little onside kick. That was something I'd never seen before. I know Coach Burnett, he's still talking about it a week later. And tell us, how did that come about?
All right. Well, basically one day I was just messing around in football practice, and there's a soccer move called a Rabona, which is basically what I did. And I was just trying it, doing a kickoff, and Coach saw me, and he said we could use that. And then I started practicing it. He told me we might use it first kick of the game, and I was really nervous, but it worked out.
Worked out, yeah,
Yes,
because you ran it. I didn't catch it because you're not left-footed.
No,
and you ran at it like you were left-footed.
It looked like I was.
And what was somebody told me that the other kicker for Franklin Parish you play soccer with.
Yes, sir.
And he said he was running to tell the coach he's not left-footed. Something's going up, and it was too late, and then y'all recovered it. So that was a fun deal. And you've gotten a couple of onside kicks as it's gone through there. You had one that just didn't quite get to you.
9.5 yards. It was right there.
But, all right, so, Drew, if you're back there, snapping, you got a tight game or things like that, you've practiced a lot at deep snapping. I know you've been to some camps and all that stuff like that. What do you think about to kind of calm yourself down snapping the football?
I just try not to snap it too high. I just try to kind of put it right on his right hip.
It's almost like you playing, catcher right there. You're just trying to get it back there as fast as possible and accurately, as fast as accurately as you possibly can.
Yes, sir.
Well, I bet your parents are more nervous than you both of y'all are whenever they see y'all come out trot out there. It's they call you specialists because it's a specialized skill. Not everybody can do that. Not everybody has that leg talent, and I've watched you progress from, especially on your kickoffs, from start to finish, and now we're getting the ball closer to that end zone. And a lot of that's. And everything's kind of called by design because it's not like you kick sometimes short. It's dependent upon, wind direction, the talent in the back end, anything else. But in high school, being able to kick it in the end zone, you can't bring it out. Right. That's a pretty big weapon.
Yeah. I was doing deep kicks at the beginning of the year, and I started making some mistakes. I had a few out of bounds. So Coach Herndon was like, he proposed that I do a field goal steps for my kickoff to just keep my consistency up instead of going for distance every time. He'd rather me be consistent and not kick it out of bounds or not have a chance of. So, I started doing field goal steps. The kicks might have got shorter, but I don't think I stopped making mistakes. It's not going out of bounds anymore, which is good.
Even since you made that change, there's been a few in there, but you're allowing your special teams unit to make tackles and things like that. And the special teams as a whole has gotten better from start to finish. And Drew, I've seen, my brother was a deep snapper back in the day, and it's funny because I can't put anybody on you anymore. So you've got an opportunity to make a lot of tackles yourself, and you have there on those punts. So have you had clear shots? Have you had anybody kind of key on you?
After that first game I came back, I think I made a tackle on the first punt, and after that I just kind of linebackers been keyed on me.
Oh, they have been. It's always the guy. You got to keep your head on a swivel coming down there. So, what? All right, like we said, both you guys seniors. What's been the best part of your senior year so far?
I'd say the senior dinners, just making memories with all the other seniors.
Drew, how about you, man?
I like game days.
You like game days? Yeah. Well, that's part of it. Being under those lights at Bill Ruppel Stadium, there's something about it. There's a different mystique from there. And you got a potential to play 4 more games, guys. So within those 4 games, y'all got to make the best of it.
Yes, sir.
Definitely got a chance to do some the book's not closed on this year at Neville, so we look forward to seeing how it all plays out. Any bulletin board material? Got anything to say to East Ascension or West Washita?
No, sir.
No.
We're ready.
Well, look, I know they will be ready next Friday night. I'm sure y'all are ready to play, to hit, to do something against another team and not each other.
Exactly.
I think that permeates probably throughout the whole
team.
Crew.
Yeah, it does.
All right, guys. Well, look, man, we really appreciate y'all coming in. Real quick, I know where you're going. You're going Mississippi Delta. That's where in Moorhead, Mississippi.
Yes, sir.
That's right. It's there. It is where it is. Mississippi Delta. Nice place. I don't know if y'all know about the community college system in Mississippi. That's that's the best community college system in the country, and they play some good ball over there.
Yes, sir. They do.
Really look forward to seeing you playing for the Trojans, right?
Yes, sir.
The Trojans. All right. Pettis?
Right now, I'm not sure. I've applied to a lot of places.
Yeah.
I'm waiting on to see what money I get back.
Well, there's no secret here. You and your brother.
Yeah, we both are.
Academics are one of y'all's deals, and your sister's up there at Emory?
Swanee.
Or Swanee,
yes,
not
sir.
Emory. But that's the old University of the South, right?
Yep.
Original
yes,
member of the SEC, just in case anybody was checking. But so just pretty much all over?
I mean, I want to go to Duke, but I'm not sure that I'll get in. It just depends what happens with that. But I have a lot of options.
Cool. If you do, bring your tent and start camping out for basketball games, right,
yes,
when
sir.
you get there. All right. That's going to be great. Well, look, we really appreciate Drew and Chandler for joining us here on Tiger Talk. So, guys, like I say, thanks. Good luck next week. And
yes,
enjoyed talking with you. We'll be back after these messages. We'll bring back Coach Jeff Tannehill, and we'll talk about that potential matchup next Friday night. Stay with us.
Sleepy Hollow Furniture and the Falk family proudly support our Neville Tigers. Just like the wide variety of athletics and academics Neville excels in, Sleepy Hollow offers your premium mattresses and adjustable bases, every kind of home furniture, and just in time for your favorite season, quality in-stock patio furniture ready for the big game. Come shop your Neville Tiger family at Sleepy Hollow Furniture.
Call David's Mobile Detail and Power Wash for all your detailing and power washing needs and soft washing capabilities too. They detail cars, trucks, ATVs, UTVs, boats, and even planes. They offer commercial and residential hot water power washing on nearly all surfaces including concrete, wood, and stucco. Give them a call 547-3233 or visit them online at davidsmobiledetail.com or stop by 2501 Washington Street in Monroe. David's Mobile Detail and Wash, proud supporter of Neville Tiger football. Being a strong team means accomplishing great things by working together. Being a Neville Tiger means striving for excellence in all things. Origin Bank and Neville High School share a long history of making a difference in our community. Together with the Food Bank of Northeast Louisiana, we're able to provide meals to children, families, and seniors facing hunger in Northeast Louisiana. Origin Bank and Neville Tiger football, always a winning combination. Origin Bank, member FDIC.
Hey Neville Tiger Nation, this season if you find yourself feeling a little under the weather, visit Go Family Health on North 18th Street. They cover flu shots, sports physicals, sick visits, annual visits, or if nothing is wrong, they can do your regular checkup. Go Family Health has a happy staff, clean office, and they can take care of all your family's health care needs.
This is Tiffany Terra with Go Family Health. We love our Neville Tigers, and we want to thank all of Neville Nation for always supporting Go Family Health.
Do you suffer from frequent back or neck pain? Were you in an accident and can't get rid of those constant aches? Maybe you're someone who deals with chronic migraines and tension headaches. It might be time to see how Martinez Chiropractic can help you. The goal of Martinez Chiropractic is to reduce or eliminate pain in just a few sessions using the latest in chiropractic technology. Don't suffer in pain another day. Call Martinez Chiropractic today at 318-654-4310 or see them in person, 1828 Tower Drive in Monroe.
Mama DeLuca's pizzas are custom made, fresh to order right in front of you. We offer 3 different sizes of pizzas, 9, 12, or 14. Mama DeLuca's pizza is prepared to your order. The pizza cooks in less than 3 minutes. We have 16 different toppings to choose from, 8 unique sauces to complete your pizza. In addition to pizzas, we offer to our customers boneless wings with your choice of a dipping sauce. Mama DeLuca's Pizza offers delicious garlic Parmesan breadstick, freshly made to order pasta bowls.
We're Mama DeLuca's Pizza in the subway on Lammy Lane, and we hope to see you soon.
Winning is synonymous with Neville High School and Williams Orthodontics. Where the Neville Nation strives to finish strong on the field, court, or diamond, Dr. Kevin Williams and his staff share the same passion to deliver outstanding smiles to all patients in North Louisiana and South Arkansas. If you or anyone in your family are needing an orthodontic consultation, call the friendly staff at Williams Orthodontics to schedule an appointment so you too can be on the road to a winning smile. Williams Orthodontics says, "Go Tigers."
Here at Parker Alexander, we obtain justice for those who've been injured due to the negligence of others. Whether that's in a car accident, a truck accident, wrongful death, we also make our community safer. We hold violators accountable.
And welcome back, everybody, as we have Neville head football coach Jeff Tannehill rejoin us here on Tiger Talk for our final segment here, and it's been a good crowd. We had a great crowd tonight. Had all the seniors eating.
The speech department was
Sophia
outstanding.
and BreElle did
outstanding.
It was
guys did well too.
Yep, and Drew and Chandler, and as we're on that subject, before we get into our possible opponents next week, our Origin Bank Players of the Week. We hadn't played football in a couple of weeks, so we decided to give it to these two.
Great choice.
Elle Carter there on the left, she signed her NLI with ULM to play softball, and then there's Drew Jarrell and Mississippi Delta right there. That was this morning. You saw it live right here on the Neville Tiger Network. So congratulations to them, and look forward to having a few more signs, some NLIs over the next few months as it's that kind of season started.
It is. We'll have a few there in December, I believe. Some early signees in football too. So looking forward to that.
There's a couple of. I think we got something coming up next week. An announcement.
We do. We have what we're going to do that at the. Not the Jamboree, but the pep rally.
At the pep rally on Friday.
We'll do that Friday at the pep rally. So it's a big announcement. It's a great honor for him to do that.
Lance Hurd is who we're talking about. The tackle that's committed for the Tigers, that's committed to LSU. So he got a decision to make, and on something. So stay tuned. You'll be able to watch that pep rally live on the Neville Tiger Network as well. All right, Coach. We've been looking at film for the past 2 weeks. I mean, there's so many people that you can look at because there were so many potential, I guess, teams that could possibly play you guys. I mean, you had a good idea that he was going to be a 2 or a 3 seed going into that last week, or it could have been a 1 seed. Now, based on what happened, Catholic beats Zachary. That pretty much put you into the 2, and then it was up to Ruston or West Monroe that would determine that.
Right.
So,
well, Will did a great job of breaking all that down, and he had to convince some other guys that thought they knew what was going on that he was going to be right, and this, that, and the other. But it did depend on.
I was wrong.
No, he did a great job. The Holy Cross game was
good.
He picked them.
I don't think anybody had picked the West Washita game.
No. I asked him if he got that one. He said, no, I didn't have that one. But, West Washita played an outstanding game against
they did
Ash the other night, and won it in overtime, scored a lot of points. I was talking earlier about their tailback. Man, I didn't realize he was as good as he was. Saw little clips of some highlights
runs,
and some runs that he had.
He's had over 250 yards rushing in the last 2 games.
Wow. Well, they've obviously found the O-line that goes together the best, and then obviously they're getting the ball in his hands quite a bit because he's a good football player. The little bit I've watched of him, and their offensive line is really coming off the football.
Well, let's talk about those. The Chiefs from West Washita. Let's pull up. We got their schedule. And here's both of them. All right. So
awesome. Look at those graphics, man.
Yeah, it's the Chiefs were 6-4, 2-3 in District 2-5A at the they're the 18 seed, and they start off week 1, and it's kind of a out at West Washita trying to really build. That program up there.
Coach Rainwater's doing a great job. I mean, you can see they got 4 straight wins to start the season. Richwood's turned out to be a really fine football team.
Yes.
Jonesboro Hodge has had a good season going there in the playoffs. Caldwell, they're in the playoffs. I don't know where they finished,
but
they're hosting Richwood.
The only 2 teams on West Washita's schedule that aren't in the playoffs are Grant and Pineville, if I'm not mistaken.
Correct.
And
when they played North Caddo, we know how good they were.
North Caddo pulled off a win at the last second on that one.
Went for 2 and 1.
Went for 2 and 1 right there, and then they get into 2-5A. You got Washita. They took one on the chin to the end. That's Washita was rolling there in the middle. West Monroe the same way, and then Ruston comes in, and Ruston's been doing that to a lot of people, winning 48-7. But they come back, score some points on Pineville, get a 41-7 victory, and they did win. It was 58-56, I believe.
58-57. I messed
or 57, but either way, but a double or triple overtime game. I think it was 2 overtime game against Ash, and that was at Alexander. That was at Ash.
Oh wow!
Down there. So the Chiefs battled their way into that seed and earned that 18 seed. And then we mentioned East Ascension earlier. They come in with a 5-5 record overall, but 4-1 in their district, which tells you they turned something on there at the end. They start their season off with a loss to Zachary, 35-13, but then they come up in week 2 and beat West Monroe 16-10.
Right. And then Destrehan is a very, somebody, they're 10-0 and hadn't hardly had a close game all year. Destrehan team, and of course Destrehan's done that to everybody on their schedule. And then in the Ash game, the score was 28-0 Ash at the half, and Ash scored late to pull away 40-28. I think East Ascension had the ball driving and had a turnover, I think, in Ash territory to go ahead, and they fumbled, and Ash went down and scored and put it away 40-28. But it was just talking to them, they held on for dear life to win that one.
So and then De La Salle, that's a good football team. They're one of the top teams in that Division 2.
Are they 10-0?
I think De La Salle might be 9-1, but or 9 either way. But they're one of the top teams in that Division 2 bracket. And then St. Amant, the Gators from down there. East Ascension St. Amant was always a big rivalry. And playing from football, baseball, basketball, whatever it is, that's same parish down there, Ascension Parish, I believe. And then Walker, they take care of Walker 45-28, and then Denham Springs, they win 17-7, and then Live Oak, we're here in that. I don't think Live Oak's in their district. I think St. Amant, Walker, no, they are in that district.
It's Livingston.
And then you talked about that week 10 as Dutchtown, the Griffins, kind of snuck in there and stole a victory away, and then ended up winning that district
in overtime. Yep.
Right, they all tied. It's a three-way tie.
It's a three-way tie.
And Dutchtown won it some kind of point differential or something.
They had the highest PowerPoint rating.
Oh, was
That's
it?
the PowerPoint
rating.
All right. Okay. So that kind of breaks down these two opponents, and I guess what people want to know is, is there a preference? Does it matter?
Well, the only thing I can see was, if we played West Ouachita, that'd probably be a lot of fans here because it's so close, right down the road. And, that's the only thing that I can really tell the difference. I think East Ascension is a lot bigger and are a lot faster. They're 5-5. Yeah. They've lost some really good teams. West Ouachita has lost some really good teams. And so, when they go head-to-head, West Ouachita's got size too, so it's going to be a good ball game. If West Ouachita can keep the ball away from East Ascension, then they'll have a chance to win that game. If they get it to that running back at West Ouachita, East Ouachita, West Ouachita, if they get that ball to that tailback at West Ouachita, and he can eat up some clock and eat up some yardage, I think they'll have a chance to beat them. On the other hand, East Ascension, I said it earlier, is obviously the biggest team that we're going to see all year, but they have been up and down most of the year. So whatever team shows up to play West Ouachita, then we'll know a little more about them if they beat West Ouachita. So,
well, East Ascension, I believe the last time I remember playing East Ascension was 92, I believe, down there in the playoffs. That was a heck of a playoff run.
It was there, wasn't it?
It was at East Ascension.
Yeah.
And
I know I had somebody that was on that team told me that when you kick an extra point, it goes in the road.
It went in the road. Yeah, it did. Now I don't know if it still does. They had just built. They got one of the best baseball facilities down there.
I looked on their film. They have a net.
They got
a net now,
good,
but
good,
you would kick it, it would go into the road.
Yeah.
But it was a heck of a football game that I think sprung the Tigers forward in '92 in that state runner-up run. But what I remember about East Ascension and Gonzales, Louisiana, I think they had just got a brand new Taco Bell. Because I was in high school. I was a junior in high
Taco
school.
Bell.
And everybody at East Ascension, all the students, like our students that had come down, and that was they were chanting something, but they all had like Taco Bell bags kind of on there. That was their hats, was Taco Bell hats. So that's what I remember about that game. So anyway, there's your bit of weird trivia on my end. We drove up from the Hun camp and did that. I believe that was a game where Ingram Tansey took over and caused a fumble, and and got the football back. The Tigers went down there and scored in the last second. So East Ascension's no slouch. There's some good athletes in the Ascension
Good football down there in that part of the country.
All right, so we'll start selling tickets next week.
Next week we'll have it on the
Monday.
Monday.
So the season ticket holders will have their opportunity to get their seats, but they're going to need that to do that earlier Monday and Tuesday. We're needing a packed house for this is can't forget this is the second round of the playoffs. Even though it's our first home game, so.
And we'll have ticket prices and all that stuff on the network, and we'll get it all over the school page and everything, so everybody will know, how much, where, and when, that kind of stuff. Those box seats will also be available.
Exactly.
To those people.
So if you've got the season ticket holders and you get after it, the rest, we definitely looking forward to having a good crowd, no matter the opponent next Friday night, because it's playoff time at Bill Ruppel Stadium, and these young men definitely need your support.
We are ready to hit somebody else besides ourselves.
Yes, they definitely are. They're ready to get after it with something new, another color helmet, I can assure you. So with all that, we also next Wednesday we'll be here at Melvin's as well. So
try to preview the game a little bit.
We'll know who our opponent is, and we'll definitely be able to preview that game. And there will be a pep rally next Friday. So be looking for that. Got a lot of stuff going on at Neville. The soccer team was having a scrimmage today. Both the girls and the boys soccer teams are starting to get going.
Tomorrow night, basketball.
Basketball's cranking up. Volleyball season ended earlier a couple of weeks ago, but we're in full swing up at Neville, not only in the football field but also in the other sports, and we'll be looking forward to tuning in from some of that here on the network. But Coach, any final comments? Oh, I know there's one comment you probably need tonight.
Well, she's gonna get mad at me, but my wife's birthday today. She's 45 years old today, so happy birthday to Nicole.
Happy birthday, Nicole. And yes,
I'm gonna get in trouble.
You're gonna get in trouble for that one. All right. So, well, look, happy birthday, Nicole. Thanks to everybody for coming out at Melvin's. Thanks to Melvyn and Di and the staff here at Melvin's for taking care of us like they do each and every Wednesday night. Come out and see us next Wednesday as we'll be talking about the Tigers' first opponent in the Louisiana Division I non-select playoffs. That's a mouthful. All right. Thanks to everybody. Justin back at Sunday 98.3. Will Anders. For doing what he does.
Not a problem.
And for Coach Tannehill and all of our guests, we're going to say good night from Melvin's, and we'll see you next week.